Counting atoms, all atoms of an element must have the same number of protons but not neutrons. The atomic number Z of an element is the number of protons in each atom of that element. With this being true, an atom of an element can have different numbers of neutrons and electrons than another atom of that same element. Isotopes are atoms of the same element that have different masses. That is to say, they are atoms of the same element that have different numbers of neutrons. The isotopes of an element have the same numbers of protons and electrons. To identify an isotope, you must know both the name atomic number of the element and the mass of the isotope. The total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an isotope is known as the isotope's mass number. You can calculate the number of neutrons in the nucleus of an isotope by subtracting the isotope's atomic number from its mass number. In other words, mass number. Atomic number equals number of protons. There are two methods of identifying isotopes. In the first method, the mass number appears with a hyphen after the name of the element. This method is known as hyphen notation. For example, an isotope with 6 protons and 8 neutrons in its nucleus will be carbon-14. The second method, nuclear notation, shows the composition of the nucleus of an isotope using the isotope's nuclear symbol. A superscript before the isotope's symbol indicates the isotope's mass number, and the subscript before the isotope's symbol indicates the isotope's atomic number. Nuclide is a general term for a specific isotope of an element. Scientists use standards of measurement that are constant and the same everywhere. To set up a relative scale for atomic mass, one atom has arbitrarily chosen as the standard and assigned a mass value. The masses of all other atoms are expressed in relation to this standard. The standard used by scientists to compare units of atomic mass is the carbon-12 atom. This atom has been arbitrarily assigned a mass of exactly 12 unified atomic mass units, or 12U. One unified atomic mass unit, or 1U, is exactly 1/12 the mass of a carbon-12 atom. Although isotopes have different masses, they do not differ significantly in their chemical behavior. Scientists determine the average mass of a sample of an element's isotopes by determining the percentages of each of the isotopes and then giving the proper weight to each value. Average atomic mass is the weighted average of the atomic masses of the naturally occurring isotopes of an element. The average atomic mass of an element depends on both the mass and the relative abundance of each of the element's isotopes. The mole, Avogadro's number, and molar mass provide the basis for relating masses in grams to numbers of atoms. The mole is the SI unit for amount of substance.